Hi, my friends and family. This is Trey, and I'm going to record the second part of a video called Heart's Clarity. And if you don't see the first part on YouTube because it's too long, it's on Odyssey. Heart's Clarity. Flip the filter. The monkey mind is not in control. Love is. But remember, according to the scientism death cult, which controls your mind if you haven't awakened to the multidimensionality of reality, if you're still in 3D reality, what's invisible can never exist. Even if it can be seen under a microscope, if you can't see it with the naked eye or reading glasses in 3D, if it's smaller than cells or larger than a planet, it can't exist. We know different universes exist, but beyond that, no details can exist. When you can see a fraction of how, like me in this show, if it's, if it stays on shadow ban and I don't go on social media and promote myself and do a lot of guerrilla marketing or get a fucking microwave cell phone. When you can see a fraction of how powerful disassociation, cognitive dissonance, and financial and other forms of slavery that still go on, and other mind-controlled attitudes, such as religious dogma, are, leading directly to the soul loss that can become the soulless, myopic, horrible existence of a criminal, narcissistic psychopath, which is the preferred attitude and the mind state of the beings who created this so-called matrix, this hologramic reality of belief structure of a human slave farm, knowing that 96% of your DNA was switched off by the evil ETs who have to use you as rent and energy. Ban it. Ban it. Ban it. Well, the dawn was breaking, burning. I felt the sunlight upon my head, 'cause a new day is coming. And it ain't gonna be run by no billionaire slaves, evil reptilians, or living dead. Hey man, what was that? What was that you said? I'd be getting a suntan if the sky wasn't taken over by geoengineering to make it all so dead. I'd try to socialize, but I can't seem to find enough people around here who aren't just tools for the devil's mind. Will they call me the teacher? Or that is what I would call myself, 'cause I've learned a couple lessons, and I want to help the world as much as I can to get out of hell. Diddly diddly diddly. Don't burn it. Doodle doodle doodle. So knowing that they switched off 96% of your divine human DNA, just so you'd be a good slave and not think about it, how can you begin to upgrade and turn those strands of DNA back on, to upgrade, to get your 12 or 15 chakras turned back on? It's all in the heart. The bioweapons control the heart. The horrible gain-of-function, genetically altered spike flu virus and the nanotech blood clot shots, the bioweapons, we're attempting to block the heart's flowering, because the heart is the master of human reality, really. I mean, it's the real higher dimensional ruler over human life. It's not these dark guys, okay? they can't understand that. So they have to come out with all this advanced stuff to try to block it, because they're in it for the control and to try to take it all, It's all in the heart. Awakening your higher heart. You choose to love and even respect the freedoms for all beings if they do not interfere with others and break the cosmic law of non-interference. Okay? The ultimate irony of what happened in Maui, okay, is that Hawaiians are all heart. If they're not, brainwashed to be materialistic by Whitey, which how could they not be to come up with the rent? They have to become more selfish. But really, I'm saying the original Polynesian culture ascended. It came through. It's one of the few things that survived the Holocaust of the Lemurians. The Hawaiians were the Lemurians, okay? There's a reason why Huna shamanism is the one branch of shamanism that's 100% a shamanism based in the heart. It's heart awareness. Huna is heart awareness. It's survived since the Lemurian Holocaust, cataclysm, okay, from that era. And there's a Stargate in Kauai and many portals in Lahaina, so the dark ETs and their billionaire slaves and minions, have openly lasered that town and done all the things they do to children, to the thousands of children that went missing. Because the attack on Lahaina is a direct attack on the heart of all humanity, the divine, Christed, original human race, as well as the hybrid versions, which will respond with less empathy, of course. So that's one of the reasons why I focused on that and why that's such a horrible thing that needs to be addressed and as terrible of a thing as it is to think about. Knowing we are all truly the same being, the divine Christ Mother that decided to separate into many bodies and allow everyone to have a choice, the goddess, then you begin through choice to see where your thoughts were just mind control scripts and subconscious control operations, not really your thoughts. Then you can begin to open it up, to open up your mind and your heart, your third eye, your awareness of this beautiful reality past these filters of dogma and mind control. And that's what this show is all about. Past the filters of the narcissistic scripts, the survival, the codependent scripts. Past these fake-ass satanic mind control ideas and filters, and see how often your thoughts are actually programs that limit your awareness and hide the true reality of who you really are, and even your blueprint, if you're one of those people who don't even know what that is. Hide the real life of the Christ within you. The spirit of the divine Christ, Sophia Goddess within you, becomes hidden. And that, my friends, is the beginning of how people become automatons, or even, whether they took the experiment or not, sleeper agents, or even killers, or even serial killers for the Syrian Anunnaki or the Draco reptilians. This is why the dark side will lose. They don't have any awareness of what the true power or purpose even of the human heart actually is. Only some of it. Seeing this, you will begin to flip the script, flip the filter, in order to open both your heart and your mind and ask yourself, okay, each and every thought that's disrespectful, is this idea or action true in the heart? Because it's probably not, unless you're, some kind of Heyoka shaman. If not, it is Likely an inverted scam program or a loose strip, obviously. Okay, all these dark thoughts you think are you're on a loose strip feeding system to the interdimensional parasite forms of these predators. It's quite sad unless you quit, okay? A loose strip thought. Heart, on the other hand, you must understand, heart is the only worthy filter. As I said to the famous Simrit over 20 years ago, the only worthy middleman and ruler, because heart, it is the spirit of the Christ goddess within, running the real system. Now, I really think the idea that a dog is man's best friend, it might have come from the Syrians, because Sirius is the dog star. Why do they say dog is man's best friend? Dog has unconditional love. Dog is God spelled backwards. The devil is lived spelled backwards. Is that because dog has unconditional love for you? Well, you have to feed it. It's conditional in that it's codependent. You're feeding it. A dog or cat can be 100% narcissistic, can be 100% possessed by those entities. So it's not necessarily a divine being because they suffer from material, separation and ego aggrandizement like humans, right? So dog is a mere reflection of God, is an embodiment of God as a codependent, is an embodiment of God as a far more natural marriage partner to a human than a lot of humans are. So yes, dog is an inversion of God and a divine. Dogs are a divine being in a way, but it's more of the egotistical way. So that's why, or the person who's only concerned with himself. Dog is concerned with himself, right? Dog just is concerned with their own self, right? So in a way, to say dog is man's best friend is also an inversion, an ancient inverted thought. A dog will be your best friend if you feed it. It's a codependent relationship. So dogs are good. I'm not saying I love dogs and I love cats, but you always have to question the meanings behind sayings. It's very important to look at the meanings behind every mythology, every myth you believe. Have the discernment to question your beliefs. Because once you do flip the filter, once you do see, that the only place where you really need to understand that you really need to only use the heart as some kind of filter, not your dogma or judgment, then you'll understand that the monkey mind has never been in control. It's a false ruler. The best it can lead to is to come up with nanotech weapons and try to take over the world, invisibly. It's not actually capable of authority or rulership, which is why these videos are so threatening to these entities who think they can rule with fear, because when your heart is clear, you are in touch with the divine Christ within. You are, in those moments, at one, at peace, in harmony with the divine, respectful, original being. And you will understand what I'm saying if you don't know that already. The monkey mind has never been in control. It's an illusion, okay? Love has always been in control. The divine, original mother, goddess, creator, Christ being has always been the only one in control, but she gave us all free will. If you enjoyed this video series, make sure, if you haven't already, click on the bell for more, and subscribe and follow me on Odyssey for longer videos that are more of a red pill. No matter how much these dark beings laser our towns and make the sky white and cold, we still must do our best to create a beautiful world in our personal life, and heal our psyches. And yes, it's true, you must understand that the only filter you need is to make sure that your thoughts and actions, if at all possible when you're remembering it, to filter them through your heart, rather than think your love is going to fit into the dogma and the box system. Create a great one, family. Loving you. Peace.